Hi everyone, this is Keito, and today I'm going to be going over Engelbert, Fina's, and Serjes' new EX abilities. Before I proceed, I just want to give a special thanks to KW with a bunch of exclamation marks. I actually previously uploaded this video with a significant error to the description of one of Engelbert's EX abilities, and so this will be a re-uploaded and re-edited version of their EXs. So far, from first glance, I am really excited about these EXs. I think they bring sort of a unique aspect to each of the characters, but kind of builds on their strength. So without further ado, um, let's move on to Engelbert. So when you EX Engelbert, his title will change from Paladin to the Unsinkable Paladin. And a quick glance at his stat board, his EX stat board here, you can see that his main stat panel is HP, and he'll get some other small buffs, such as attack, luck, and HP, but one thing to note here is that he gets a total of 6 agility just from this EX stat board, and that was incredibly necessary for Engelbert, so I'm really happy that Gumi implemented that. Yeah, and aside from that, please keep in mind that Engelbert and like all other units, whenever you EX them, they will also get additional stats other than just what you see from in this stat panel when you level them from 99 all the way up to level 120. So his first ability upgrade is to his Holy Knight's Protection. It will change it from Holy Knight's Protection to Holy Knight's Devotion. And what it does is it also gives Engelbert healing effect up. Now this is a little bland, but you'll kind of see later why this is sort of a nice passive ability to have. So Engelbert's Immortal Spirit will be upgraded into Immortal Ambition. What Immortal Spirit originally did was it allowed Engelbert to survive one fatal hit. And now with Immortal Ambition, he will be able to cast this twice, which is really nice because in a guild battle application, right, he can use Immortal Spirit for both fight technically. In addition to the second cast, Immortal Spirit will allow him to increase his own hate, which is really nice on Engelbert because it allows him to not have to rely on Haunting Blade, which is a very expensive AP skill. So having a TP skill that lets him build his own state is something that Engelbert really wanted, and I am especially looking forward to the applicability of this in a GP setting. So moving on to his 120 ability, it's called Revenge Drain, and this is one of the most unique and impressive EX abilities I think I've seen so far, especially out of the UR abilities. So what Revenge Drain does is it deals light but typeless damage, so it's not attributable to like slash, pierce, any of those kinds of attack types. So it will completely bypass any opponent's attack type resistances. And so the damage actually increases based off of how much health he is missing, as well as he absorbs a portion of the damage dealt. So I think this is a really, really strong ability, and I'm excited to see how this plays out. I think the typeless attack type can't be understated, and since this is medium damage, damage will go through. So overall, I'm pretty happy with Engelbert's EX. I'm impressed with the direction that Gumi decided to take him. My only concerns are Engelbert is incredibly weak to magic, and his EX gave him nothing in terms of magic resistances. So he's still going to be a very limited unit in terms of applicability, I think. But even then, I think his EX was cool. I don't know how good it is, but it was a cool one. Alright, so moving on to Fina. So when you EX Fina, her title will change from the White Mage of Lapis to the Integral White Mage. And her stat board isn't too exciting, I think. Her main stat panel is magic, so she'll get a lot of magic. Other than that, she gets, a few stats here and there. She gets some attack, she gets a lot of magic, and yeah, nothing really else to really comment on regarding her stat board. So going on to her ability upgrades, her Curaga gets enhanced into Superior Heal. So it is a Curaga that also applies sort of like a super Asuna. And I think it removes basically every status ailment in the game. So this includes Poison, Frostbite, Blind, Sleep, Silence, Paralysis, Confusion, Petrification, Toad, Immobilize, Disable, Berserk, Stun, as well as this other status ailment called Eventual Petrification. I don't think that's in the game yet. That might be something sort of like a future implement. So yeah, this is a really nice Curaga. And remember, Curaga is a high multiplier. It's got, I think, 210 multiplier as well as range 4, I believe. So it's really easy to cast, and I think this is a really nice upgrade. Her second upgrade is to her Innocent Shot. And what Innocent Shot does is it's a passive ability that increases her range by 1 as well as increases her magic by 15%. And the upgrade, Sacred Shot, will give you healing power as well. So I think that's nice. It kind of fits well with her overall kit as sort of like a utility healer ranger. Nothing too excited, but it meshes well. Her 120 ability is Sparkle Shower. So this deals light damage and also lowers accuracy for 3 turns. Now keep in mind, this isn't blind. It just straight lowers accuracy. So it's not like there's a chance to inflict blind. This will always lower accuracy. So I think that's really strong in terms of utility aspect for Fina. It's nothing too flashy, but I think it's something that people will look at, and it will be a noticeable ability for her. Whether this makes her sort of high-end PvP viable, I'm not too sure, but I think she can shine in sort of limited class matches or limited GB. So moving on to Serjes. Serjes, I didn't really know how to quite translate his EX title, but when you EX him, his title becomes something like Lancer of Armored Flight. I'm not too sure really how to translate that one. It was a kanji for fly and like armor, so that's what I came up with, but I'm sure there might be a better translation. So his stat board is it's kind of all over the place. His main stat panel is HP up. He gets quite a bit of attack, which is it's much needed for SR unit, as well as he gets a bit of defense, but yeah, his stats are kind of sprinkled all over. So his first upgrade is his Sharp Spear. Sharp Spear will upgrade it to Sharp Spear Sentinel, and basically Sharp Spear used to increase your attack and your critical hit for 3 turns, and now this also increases his defense and his spirit. So it allows him to sort of maintain his role as sort of like a frontline bruiser-ish unit. Keep in mind, he won't really achieve tank levels of bulkiness, but it allows him at least, right, to take a hit or 2. His next upgrade is an upgrade to his Pierce Mastery. So this upgrades Pierce Mastery into Armored Flight Mastery. Again, sorry for the poor translation. I really wasn't sure how to translate this one. And so what Pierce Mastery did was it increases Pierce attack by 15. And now it also gives him a dramatically increased resistance to defense debuffs. So that is pretty nice. I think what you will want to do is sort of stack defense on Serjes if you want to run this passive. So his 120 ability is Leap Flight, and this is a very interesting move. Basically, it will move Serjes to a target panel and then deal large damage around himself. You can sort of see the ranges in that little picture I provided on the bottom right. And it also has a chance to inflict slow and apply regen to himself. That's a lot in one ability, and I think it's pretty strong, but keep in mind this is range 3, so like while I think it helps to his mobility, I'm not sure how much it will help him. This seems like sort of inspired by Glaciella. But yeah, overall still kind of a new, not new, but sort of interesting addition to Serjes' kit. So that concludes the EX sort of previews for these 3 units. I'm really curious to what people are most excited for. Personally, I think Engelbert's EX ability is sort of like a sleeper, super awesome skill that I am that kind of makes me want to EX him. And so that about wraps up today's video. Thank you very much, and good luck on the battlefields of Archer.